So then even the 43rd, the mirror of 34, president, he started on March 29th, 1981, 34 years ago on the 88th day of the year. And he ended on 12/12, which is 12 times 12 is 144. All the 144s I've talked about earlier. It's an iPad Goat, the clock, when Obama winks at 106. The clock is on 12/12, but it was also 34 years ago. But I guess what I just said might not make any sense because here it says 12/11, and down here it says 12/10, and even on this last page it says 12/12. So who knows what the actual date is? He also died in September, but it was in 1994. And I mean, check out this guy's name in Gematria. 220 and 94. Now, 220 is interesting because when I talked about 51 and whatnot, 220, well, not first, February 20th here, is the only day that adds up to itself or whatever. It's February 20th literally is 220, obviously. It's also the 51st day of the year. So interesting. Also, president of Argentina adds up to 220. And that's what he was. But he also adds up to 94. And he died in the year 94. So I just kept scrolling here, and you get to the end here with this lady. So, interesting, they've only had 52 presidents, and she is currently serving right now. So, the 52nd president of Argentina is currently serving. So, we've talked about 52 just ridiculously, especially with the 923 and the Queen. But, I mean, she was born in 53 and is 62 years old. So, 62. So, born in 53. Her full name, if you add it up, 353. The mirrors, 3553. She was born in 53. What she actually goes by is Christina Kirchner. It adds up to 179 and 89. Kind of like the Queen. Kind of like King James. Also, religion. I mean, there's a ton of things that associate with 89. And I mean, I didn't really go that in depth with a lot of these people. I'm just literally looking at their birthdays and their terms and whatnot, maybe what their names add up to or something. But I was thinking, like I did the Joan Osborne song, but then I started thinking, I really believe the Pope, I think the Pope's done for. Like, the Pope, I think maybe the Pope and Obama are both going to get assassinated for sure. There's so many things pointing to it. But I mean, who knows? But when I thought of it, I thought of the song, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Because, I mean, that's what Argentina would do if the Pope died, right? Because he's from Argentina, so don't cry for me, Argentina. And the gematria of that is very interesting. It's 245 and 110. 110, from what I've learned over the past month or whatever, it's associated with a lot of bad things. The World Trade Centers. Anyway, 24/5, if you do that as a date, 24-5 would be 5/24. That's also the 144th day of the year, with 221 days left until the end of the year. 221 is the 52nd day of the year. It's also the mirror day of 8/9, August 9th. And then 110, you know, like I've talked about it multiple times now. The World Trade Center was 110 stories. Osama bin Laden adds up to 110. Even Adolf Hitler adds up to 110. They were approved by a Rockefeller and proposed by a Rockefeller, and Rockefeller adds up to 110. There's a ton of stuff that go with it. So interesting. I'm talking about the Pope being assassinated, and then that number is actually involved in the song. Anyway, it also says that the single was by Julie Covington on the album Evita, and on the B side, Rainbow High. And I haven't actually finished some of my gay marriage videos with the word rainbow, but interesting, it's on Rainbow High. And this song was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. So let's look at Andrew Lloyd Webber. Oh, born on 3/22. I mean, give me a break. I have to say that. It's just so ridiculous. And this guy was born on my birthday in 1944. So significant with the 44 in Obama. November 10th is definitely a big significant day with the 88s. Hold on, I've seen Elizabeth II down there. He was even knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. So, I mean, give me a break. So these guys also wrote Jesus Christ Superstar, and it says they stumbled upon this character or whatever, doing that or whatever, and it was played by Julie Covington, the lead role of Eva Perón, blah, blah, blah. But this lady played the main character, born on September 11th. I mean, what a day to be born. And then it says the song was first offered to singer Elkie Brooks, who turned it down. Elkie Brooks adds up to 50 and 122. Pope Francis also adds up to 122. Also, before I get too more farther in this video, I'm going to leave some notes on this video. Some of the stuff I talked about, well, like adding these names up at least, all these Spanish names or whatever, it's not going to make sense because they had the little dealer, whatever that is, on top of the A. So for some reason it wasn't counting the A as 1. So 353 is actually 354. But I mean, still interesting because if you make this as a date or whatever, 354th day of the year is December 20th, which is literally, so it's 12/20, or in England or whatever, they read it as 2012. 2012 is a huge year. They even, the Mayans and all that stuff, everyone talked about it, whatever. So just kind of interesting, I guess. And also, you take off the 0, it's a 122. So, yeah, so thankfully, hopefully I didn't add up a whole bunch of names. I don't think I did. But I don't know. We'll see if they're even more significant now. Anyway, Madonna actually did a version of this song as well, and that's where I actually know it from the movie Evita. And Madonna adds up to 62 and 26, just like the Queen, or Queen adds up to 62, 26. And I mean, I don't know if this is what the musical's about. It's based off the musical, so anyway, it came out on Christmas Day, 1996, but read the plot here. In a cinema in Buenos Aires on July 26, 1952, a film is interrupted when the news breaks of the death of Eva Perón, Argentina's first lady, at the age of 33. Go figure, she died at 33. And I mean, in 1952. And then the rest of the movie just goes back and follows her life or whatever. So, pretty interesting though. She dies at 33 in the year of 1952. Same year that Queen Elizabeth II became the queen. And I mean, those to the song are pretty interesting too. They mention, although she's dressed up to the nines, at 6s and 7s with you. And 6s and 7s are really what all leads back to the queen. Because I'm telling you, like, she started her reign on 2/6, was coronated on 6/2, 62 years ago. But, like, the day gay marriage was legalized is 6/26, kind of like the mirror's 6/26. And its mirror day is actually 7/7. And a lot of stuff actually from the 6s always leads back to this day. So, and I've talked about it previously. I'm not going to go that much in depth. But, really, really interesting that it really does go with the queen. And then it says, although she's dressed up to the nines. When I think of the nines, I think of 9/9, September 9th. And that just reminds me of this book I read by Stephen King, 11/22/63, about this guy who travels in time to stop the assassination of JFK. But and I've talked about it before. It came out 11/8/11, but the day that he time travels back, he can only time travel back to the same time every time and start the new journey or whatever. And it's on September 9th, 1958 at 11:58 a.m. So 9/9, and then 1958 was 57 years ago. And interesting that Obama is currently serving the 57th term as president. So the next term will be the 58th term. And really crazy, it says, according to King, the idea for the novel first came to him in 1971. That's 44 years ago. Obama is the 44th president. He's 44 years younger than JFK. And this Charleston church shooting had nine victims. 9 people died. Obama, on Zachary K. Hubbard video, he talked about the Obama singing Amazing Grace 9 days after at the funeral. So 9 people died. 9 days later, Obama sang at the funeral. Also, 9/9, if you convert it, Julian and Gregorian. 9/9 can also be 8/27, which is the 239th day of the year. That goes with the number 52. It also goes with 9/23. And then it's also 9/9 can be 9/22. And I've talked about that number tons of times with Michael Jordan. They've been signifying this date as well, and it's also the date that the Pope is actually coming. So, also 9/9 is the 252nd day, the mirrors of 52. There's also been 8 presidents to office, and starting with the 9th one, if Obama dies in office, he will be the 9th one to die in office. And the last time that a president died in office was JFK, who was the 35th president, which is Obama is the 44th, so that is 9 presidents away. Also, the Charleston church shooting to 9/9 is 84 days apart. Obama born on 8/4. So very, very interesting. I think this is definitely a day to watch out for. The word 99 even adds up to 57, and Obama's the 57th term president. But it's also 99 days before the Pope's 79th birthday. So interesting. And September 9th even adds up to 168. Queen Elizabeth II adds up to 168. West Philadelphia, where the Pope is going, adds up to 168. Even 84 plus 84 is 168. So who knows? I know this video is super long. Hopefully it all makes sense. It's very, very hard for me to organize some of this stuff. Like I said, because I feel like I'm repeating myself so many times, and then, there's so much new information. There's so many things that I want to say, but I don't know where to put them in even. It's just, so I might just make seriously like some crazy, really, really random video eventually to get all these things that I have written down out. But yeah, have a great night. And who knows? I bet you the Pope is Dundee, and I think Obama is Dundee as well.